Alrighty, it's been a while since I've been able to do one of these, so hopefully this doesn't run on forever. So what I'm going to be focusing on, we're only going to do one game from this section, at least with this particular video. If I wind up having extra time during the week, I'll probably take a look at the others. This was the one that was 2-3 that you guys lost. It was game one, which kind of sets the tone for the other games that you're going to be playing for the rest of the series. So let's get right into it. So first things first, decent kickoff. Now, the question I have with your kickoffs is, do you guys intend to send it back towards yourselves, or do you tend to send it to the side? Because one of the things that might work when you're trying to send it to the side is cheating up to this triangle boost here. That might help you guys a little bit get the pace up on your kickoffs. Let's go back into the game real quick. Some decent offense going on here. Seated, decent attempt. Give your team a lot of time to get boost, which is very useful. It's always important to make sure that your team can find time to get boost. Albert was aggressive. It kept it. Okay, so it was aggressive, and if you were able to score, it would have been awesome. The problem is there were 3 defenders, and what happened was immediately afterwards, it just kind of gave possession away. So when you have 3 defenders like that, you're skilled enough. If you see that they're not challenging you, either try to kick it back. Try to kick it back towards your own corner there, like. Let me get my little pen here. So what you could do when you go up, you see that they're not going to challenge you. One of the things that I might see is right now, there's no real good way for you to send it towards them without it getting intercepted. So as I'm coming up, might I suggest hitting it with your wheels there, trying to get the flip reset and continue the roll around to get yourself back put up. It delays the play, and it might catch 2 defenders off guard when you do that, because it's not going to move the ball very much, and yeah, it's going to be technically hectic, but if you are able to get the shot, you might find that you have a much easier time of getting it into the play there, while also your team is going to have more time to get rotated, and you might even be able to keep possession. In this case, it was lucky enough that both Split Sink and Burger Town didn't hit it, so they were also a little bit slow on the counterattack. Zach and Seedage, that might be one that I recommend having because it was super close, and if they were just slightly off, it was just a risky read. Good follow-up, Zach. That was perfect, and way to clear out the game there. Well done there. I like that. All right, let's take a look at your kickoff here. You have 2 front, 1 back, both going back towards boost. Okay, there we go. Now, if that's what your intention is, having someone go back to get that corner boost pad is a much better idea than doing what I was suggesting about grabbing that forward boost pad. It really depends on what type of play you're going for. Okay, need to communicate. Someone just needs to take it. Zach, if you don't know what you're doing with it, just get out of the play. Albert, if you're going to come up from second, just commit. Just hit it. Worst comes to absolute worst, you have a third guy to clear up anything that makes a mistake, but in that situation, I think you would have been able to get a clean hit and not have a problem. Good use of the half flip there, getting yourself in position. Good challenge by Zach. Is that on? Nope. Alright, Seedage, good read, good prep. Might want to try to kick that out a little bit further from the wall and closer to your team there. Albert, I think your position was a little bit aggressive there, but it could just be that Seedage normally just sends that straight along the wall and caught you out this time. Alright, Zach, sending it down. Seedage, playing it a little forward, playing it slow, a little bit too slow. Okay. Yep. Okay, so, Seedage, with that particular play, the big thing was you just waited too long to get the flip, and it already hit the roof of your car and started going away from you by the time you flipped. When you're getting something off the wall like that, even if you're trying to kick it out, honestly, you might just want to double jump off the wall there, or try to get your nose on it. Don't try to use the back, because the area that you could hit it, it's just not going to do what you want to do if you miss with the back, but if you try to do the nose, you have more control, more direction, and if you just straight up double jump off the wall, you get consistent, reliable power. Alright, good challenge. A little bit lackadaisical with the rotation there, Seedage, and you have to hit that. You're the last one back, and that's something that I noticed a few times when I was watching this video. You don't always recognize when you're the last one back. You always try to take that little bit of extra time, which especially when you start playing against a team that's a little bit stronger, you're not going to have. Good ram by Albert, just get the shot on target. You can aim it with the corner of your car and get a very high power zone on that. Good setup, good siege going on right now. Not really putting any shots on target, just trying to take their boost, but in order for that, you can't be wasting your own boost. A little bit of a mechanical misplay there. Keeping it at the midfield. Don't miss those follow-ups, Zach. Let's see. Good challenge, Albert. Being patient. Zach being patient. Someone needs to go. Alright, if you're playing against a quicker team, that play's going to blow up in your face. So make sure that if you're the third person back and the person in the goal doesn't look like they're ready to go out, bypass them, let them know that you're bypassing them, and keep your momentum up. Having two cars with zero momentum is not a good thing. Alright, how do we got the read here? Ooh, a little bit of a miscommunication there. I'm going to, if I understand what happened there, Albert assumed you would get it, Seedage assumed Albert would get it, and then things just fell apart from there. Based on the position of Albert's car, any hit he was going to get was just going to be a stopgap anyway. So instead of going for boost there, Seedage, be ready for if things go Tango Uniform, or if things don't go the way you hope. Alright, Albert playing it close. Okay, this was something that I wanted to specifically highlight. Your front of attack is pretty much, I could draw a line right here. And if I get it past this line, if I'm Rooney and I challenge Zoofus, like I just whip around and I go to challenge, and I get it past this line, Burgertown scores. This is risky, but if you are playing against a team that is worse than you, it's highly effective. But it has to be against a team that's worse than you. If you're playing a team that's faster than you and you try to pull that, it is not going to end well for you at all. It's just, you're going to get scored on. You are playing very aggressive up front there. And also, Seedage's position is a little bit redundant. Or Albert's is a little bit redundant even. If someone, when you're in that straight, perfect line like that, if Zach's passing to one, it might as well be a pass to both, and so there's no point in you guys being there. That was an excellent finish, by the way, Albert. I quite enjoyed watching that. Alright, Albert. Sending it out. Ooh, gotta get some communication on that there. Keeping it nice and wide. Zach, you got lucky there, not gonna lie. But it worked out. Beautiful, beautiful, and good defense on their part. Do we have anybody ready? Not really, but we still have possession. Okay, Seedage, that is a good play if you have someone ready to take it. If you don't have someone ready to take it, all you're asking for is for someone to take it from you. Huge miscommunication there. Seedage trying to get the challenge, and then, oh dear. Decent start, but they have the interception. Albert's already rotating back, Seedage misses, and it's just too slow. It's just too slow. And that is, I think, what lost this game for you guys. Overall, you guys were feeling each other out, but you guys should know how you want to play. And you guys should be trying to reach that level of play that you guys want to play. And if you guys want to play slow, you guys are doing the wrong touches in order to allow for it. But if you guys want to play fast, at this point in the season, you should know how each other can play to play faster. Overall, you guys were very slow, and you were letting Washington State, do what they want, play the way that they want. And you don't have to let them do that. Even in the first 2 minutes of the game, figure out if they're faster or slower than you, figure out if they have any standout players. Sure, yeah. But then you guys have to start playing your game. And from this, I don't know what your game is supposed to be. Is it supposed to be a conservative pass, shoot offense? Is it supposed to be an in-your-face aggressive challenges everything? play? Is it supposed to be a slow single person technical skill play? Is it supposed to be give the ball to Albert? Is it supposed to be give the ball to Zach? Is it supposed to be seated assist Zach and Albert as they do crazy things in the front field? What's the theory here? What is the game theory that you guys are trying to do? What is your game? And once you guys find that, and once you guys start implementing it, that's when you guys are going to get more wins because instead of constantly playing, I guess, constantly playing to your opponent, you guys have your own game that you show up with that you could just adjust in response to your opponent as opposed to playing to your opponent. Because if you let your opponent play their game and you try to adapt to their game, they have more experience in their game than you do. They'll win. That's the big overall note I have from this game is make sure you find your game and you try to play it. All right. Let me know if you have any questions. Albert has a direct line. Zach, you have a direct line. Seedage, I think you have a direct line as well through the Bears Discord. Feel free to reach me as necessary. Again, I might do a couple more of these over the week, depending on if I have time. Good luck to y'all. Onward and upward for the rest of the season and start of the next semester.